Hello everyone, it's Seth, probably better known as Saffron Olive, and it's time for another Instant Deck Tech. So as you know, Thursday means it's Fishbowl Thursday here in Instant Deck Tech land, and we have a super unique, super spicy modern deck to check out today. This is Bear Storm, comes to us from Jay Jungles. So Jay Jungles, thank you so much for submitting a super unique deck. A quick reminder before we break down Bear Storm for Modern. If you want your own deck considered for a future edition of Fishbowl Thursday Deck Techs, make sure to leave a link in the comment. You can also email them into me, saffronolive at mtggoldfish.com. So keep that in mind if you want your chance for your deck to be featured on the series. Anyway, let's break down Bear Storm for Modern. So the bear part of Bear Storm refers to a bunch of free creatures. These are our bears, and the name kind of fits because they're 2/2s for 2 for the most part. Basically, Burning Tree Emissary, Hidden Herbalist, Priest of Urabrask all have one thing in common, and that is as long as we have enough mana to pay their initial cost. So 2 mana for Burning Tree Emissary, 2 for Herbalist, 3 for Priest. They're essentially free because they give us back their mana cost when they enter the battlefield. Hidden Herbalist has a bit of a twist. We do need to trigger Revolt, but we got fetch lands and other ways to do that, so it should be fine. So for our deck to win the game, we're basically looking to assemble 2 of these creatures at the same time in our hand, and that allows us to do some really crazy, super tricky combo-y stuff. So finding these creatures, we also have Collected Company, because our combo does work if we just hit 2 of these creatures off Collected Company as well, and they both come into play at once. So Collected Company is just a way we can dig for 2 copies of any of these creatures. Emissary, Hidden Herbalist, Priest of Urabrask. There's a little weird non-synergy. Hidden Herbalist and Priest of Urabrask don't work as well together, but we have a lot of combinations of free creatures that can win us the game. So you're probably wondering, how do 2 Burning Tree Emissaries, for example, or 2 Priests of Urabrask, or 1 Burning Tree Emissary, 1 Hidden Herbalist, etc., 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 how does that actually win us the game? And we need one more combo piece for this to really happen, and that combo piece is Cloudstone Curio. So Cloudstone Curio, really crazy artifact, 3 mana, says whenever a non-artifact permanent comes into play under your control, you can return another permanent that you control that shares a permanent type with it to its owner's hand. So basically, if you have Cloudstone Curio out and you cast a creature, you get to pick up a creature. If you cast an enchantment, you can pick up an enchantment, etc., etc., etc. However, in our deck, this is actually a game-winning combo piece. So what we're trying to do is get down our Cloudstone Curio, then when we cast a Burning Tree Emissary, we can pick up a Hidden Herbalist, let's say. Then we use the mana from Burning Tree Emissary to recast a Hidden Herbalist to pick up the Burning Tree Emissary. Then we cast a Burning Tree Emissary with mana from Hidden Herbalist, and we just keep looping these. Basically, we can cast these creatures an infinite number of times, just bouncing one back and forth through our hand with Cloudstone Curio, which lets us generate an infinite amount of Storm. And then, as we're bouncing through our deck, we have the ability to use Hazoret's Monument to find whatever we need. So this is a really key piece of the puzzle. Trophy Mage is to find our Cloudstone Curio primarily. So this lets us 2-drop Cloudstone Curio, essentially gives us 8 copies of Cloudstone Curio, which combined with 12 free creatures and the Collected Companies mean we actually have a lot of redundancy in our combo pieces. But once we get going, we can also pick up the Trophy Mage and use the Trophy Mage to find Hazoret's Monument. Hazoret's Monument has an ability where whenever we cast a creature card, we get to discard a card and draw a card, which means we just draw through our entire deck until we find a Grape Shot, and then we have like 20, 40, a million Storm count from bouncing all the creatures to each other. We just Grape Shot our opponent, ping, 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 shoot down their entire life total with the Storm triggers, 1 damage at a time. So that is the plan of the deck. We get a free creature or 2. We need 2 free creatures to win. We get the Cloudstone Curio, maybe with the help of Trophy Mage. Use Trophy Mage to get Hazoret's Monument if need be to find our Grape Shot. Bounce the free creatures to each other over and over and over again until we have enough Storm count that we can Grape Shot our opponent's face for lethal. As far as the rest of the deck, we have a couple of interesting options. Noble Hierarch just speeds things up. Lets us play our Cloudstone Curio on turn 2, gives us a potential win on turn 3, lets us play Collected Company a turn earlier. Mayor of Avbruk is really really interesting. It just so happens that every single creature in our deck, all the free creatures, our trophy mages, are humans. So we have a backup plan of just playing some Mayor of Avabrucks and going beat down with all these free creatures. In theory, we can just go on turn 2 like Burning Tree, Hidden Herbalist, Mayor of Avabruck, and suddenly we have like 10 power on the battlefield on turn 2, and we just beat our opponent down super quickly and win the game that way if we don't have the combo hand. Eternal Witness just lets us get back combo pieces that have been killed. Also synergizes really well with Collected Company. If we hit it off Collected Company, we get back Collected Company, spin Collected Company again to maybe hit our combo pieces and win from there. Mana base wise, Cavern of Souls takes advantage of the fact that all of our creatures are humans. Also lets us combo off through a counter spell to some extent. The problem is, once we cast our first free creature, we're using mana from the free creature to cast our additional free creatures. So Cavern is actually mostly a mana fixer that can kinda sometimes help us force through a combo piece for the first time, but once we're using creature mana to cast things, then Cavern isn't helping us avoid counter spells. Bunch of fetch lands to set up our mana, also to trigger Revolt on our Hidden Herbalist, some shock lands to fetch out, also some basic lands. In the sideboard, we get a bunch more creatures, some that are pretty good at bouncing. Huntmaster of the Fells gives us a wolf when it enters the battlefield, so we can always pick it up and recast it with Cloudstone to get more wolves, gain more life. Renegades and Reclamation Sage to blow up artifacts and enchantments. Repeatable, we can always pick them up to keep shooting things down against Affinity or against Lantern Control. Magus of the Moon and Fulminator Mage for Tron to disrupt our opponent's mana. Staticaster is actually kind of sweet with Curio too, because we can tap it to ping something for 1 damage, pick it up or replay it, ping that same thing to deal 2 damage and kill slightly bigger creatures, but mostly to deal with like Lingering Souls and whatnot. Trinisphere and Unified Will for combo decks to disrupt our opponent, keep them from casting a ton of storm spells and comboing off. Then we have Dragon's Claw for the aggro matchups, especially Burn, Relic for graveyard decks, Dismember for more removal, Pithing Needle as a catch-all, and that is Bear Storm for Modern. And that's our Instant Deck Tech for today, so thank you very much for watching. I hope you enjoyed the video, and I will talk to you soon. Thanks for watching the video. If you enjoyed it, help us out by clicking that like button down below. And to keep up on all the latest and greatest, click that subscribe button. And don't forget to hit that bell icon to get alerts whenever we have new videos. And if you want to, check out some of our other sweet videos here and here.